My mother's a prostitute, not the filthy, street-walking kind. She's actually quite pretty, fairly well-spoken, and has lovely clothes, but she sleeps with men for money or gifts, and according to the dictionary, that makes her a prostitute. My life's path would partially be determined by fate, but I knew my path would also be determined by the decisions I would make. Would my mother's characteristics be ingrained too deep for me to break free? I had a constant feeling of desperation that, in turn, made me even more driven to break away from the stifling, dirty streets of New Orleans. I didn't want to be sucked into a life of cunning, convoluted ways. I desired knowledge and escape. 7 years later, here I am, still working and living in Charlie Marlowe's bookshop, all the while gathering knowledge from the books around me to aid in my escape from the tainted city I'm living in. Why am I so desperate and driven to leave this depraved town? Well, in the wise words of my friend Cokie, they call this place the Big Easy. Shoot, ain't nothing easy about it. And Cokie was right. There's nothing easy about living here. I'm not sure I ever believed I'd be able to actually escape until I met a man named Forrest Hearn in the bookshop one day. While discussing books, Mr. Hearn had this parting thought from Charles Dickens' novel, David Copperfield. Decisions, they shape our destiny. His quoting of that line dug its way deep in my heart and gave me hope. Even when Willie, a friend who I know wanted the best for me deep down, made it clear I didn't need to dream of things so far-fetched. Or when my money woes became almost too much to handle, Willie agreed with Mother. She thought I wanted a fairy tale, when I was destined for nothing more than a crummy life, skirting in the New Orleans underworld. I would have decisions to make that would shape my destiny coming soon. I had a feeling whatever decisions I made, my road was destined to be filled with twists and turns, potholes, and caution signs. What I didn't know is those potholes would come sooner than I thought. Mr. Hearn died the same day I met him, and by coincidence, my mother's no-good boyfriend, Cincinnati, just happened to be out on the town with Mother on the same night. Just the mention of Cincinnati's name sends chills through my body. There were people and things I had to lock out of my heart so I could make the best decisions to shape my destiny. I couldn't let the love I had for Cokie, Willie, and Charlie cloud my decisions and desires. I had to block out caring that my mother was ditching me once again to run off to Hollywood with Cincinnati. I had a fight ahead of me. I had to fight against the yearning of my soul to be accepted to college, fight against the never-ending setback of being flat broke. Would my mother's selfishness and self-centered ways reach their hand into my life forever? Would her desires ultimately cause the mysterious black hand of the New Orleans mob to mark my life's door for all to see? Would I even have my own chance to make my own decisions? To follow the path Josie's decisions lead her down, you'll have to read Out of the Easy by Ruta Sepetys.